We all know the importance of setting good habits and building routines. But, and there is a big but there, within few days, these routines collapses like a house of cards and we are back to square one. In this video, we will look at the root cause of this collapse and in 7 ways how to take care of it. Have you heard of the term entropy? I will start with the physics definition of it, but don't worry, we will see it in a very simpler terms and how it is connected with the collapse of these systems. Entropy is a measure of disorder or randomness in a system. In thermodynamics, it's a fundamental concept used to describe the degree of irreversibility or chaos within a system. The second law of thermodynamics states that the entropy of an isolated system always increases over time. As time passes, entropy increases. So entropy in simple terms is the level of disorder. Now when you are trying to set up a routine for yourself and your life, you are trying to bring order in your life. You want to make sure that things happen as you have planned at that time, in that space and in that order. And that's the whole intention of setting routines. Like you will wake up at a certain time, you will go to your gym or walk at a certain time, you will do your meditation, yoga at a certain time, you want to focus on your work, you want to focus on your family. So these are the things which you want to plan and get done accordingly. That's where you need order. Entropy is the level of disorder. So as you set up a system to make things happen, to make them as routines, if those routines are set with a high level of entropy, there is a huge possibility that these high level entropy items collapses. Just to ensure that this concept is very clear for us, let us take two situations. In one situation, you are building a house of cards. You want to go out for a walk or a stroll and you come back after an hour or two. You wanted to have this house of cards as is, like a system or a routine which you created, but because of the high level of entropy induced in the system when you built that, it will not be as is. You will see that it is fully scattered once you are back. On the other hand, if you keep this deck of cards on the table, which has extremely low level of entropy, there is almost zero, I'm not saying fully zero, but it's almost zero level entropy induced in this kind of arrangement. And in this situation, forget about an hour or two, even if you come back after a week or two, there is a huge possibility that this deck of cards will remain as is in a given setup or in a given room. Now let us look at the 7 steps which can help us deal with this. Step number 1, establish routine patterns. Just as low entropy signifies order, establishing a regular pattern for your habits can reduce chaos in your daily life. This could be as simple as having a set time for waking up, exercising, or performing certain tasks. Step number 2, minimize decision fatigue. This can be achieved by reducing the number of decisions you have to take throughout the day. You have to put systems in place in such a way that you don't have to keep on taking and making decisions throughout the day. It should be minimized as much as possible. This can be achieved by planning meals ahead, setting out clothes the night before, or having a fixed schedule for certain activities. This approach conserves mental energy for more complex tasks. Step number 3, organize and declutter. An organized environment itself indicates a low entropy system. It can clearly see, you can see in an organized environment, you can clearly see that the entropy level there, the disorder level there is absolutely low. Regularly organizing your living and working spaces can help reduce mental clutter and increases focus, making it easier to stick to your habits. Step number 4, prioritize and focus. Look at the things, the habits, the 80-20 principle, the 80% of impact can be achieved by focusing on 20% of the activities from your life. So focus on those minimal number of tasks which will give you maximum result. This is akin to channeling your energy efficiently in a low entropy system. Avoid spreading yourself too thin across too many habits. Step number 5, build in flexibility. Why it is important? Because you will realize that the entropy level keeps on increasing as you set up a system. So you may think that, oh, now the system is set and I have set it on a low entropy level or a low disorder level. But as time passes, nature induces entropy into that system, and that is why you need to be flexible to tweak your systems accordingly. Allow your routines and habits to be flexible enough to adapt to changes in your life. This could mean adjusting your exercise routine if your work schedule changes, or adapting your diet as your health needs evolve. Step number 6. Track and adjust. It is very important to track and adjust your habits, because you can continuously look at the level of entropy as it changes. As the level of entropy increases, you have all the required information to adjust your habits accordingly. And last but not the least, step number 7 is simplify complex tasks. Break down big complex tasks into smaller steps, smaller actions. This reduces the entropy of complexity of the task and making it less daunting and easier to tackle. By applying these strategies, you can use the concept of entropy to build and maintain effective habits, leading to a more organized, efficient, and adaptable lifestyle. While you are building systems with entropy, don't forget to first create your purpose. If you have still not created one, this is the right time. Don't wait for 1st Jan of the next year. You can do it right now at this moment. And to do that, you have access to a very small workbook. Now, where is that workbook? You have to go into the description of this video. You will find a link to a workbook. It's a free workbook which you can use to create a purpose for yourself and your life. With that, we complete this video. If you like this video, please press the like button, share it with the people whom you think will be important and this video can help them. And most importantly, in the comments, do share what do you think about this whole concept of entropy and building systems and habits. Keep rocking.